Peace. Shalom. Back with chapter 28 of the ISIS thesis. The road from Orion. Don't forget to screenshot so we can read along with each other. Also, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Yes. All of that, all your interaction helps me out. Most definitely. Upon the mild light of the earthly sun, turn, bold your back, and with undaunted daring, tear open the eternal portals, past which all creatures slink in silent dread. The time has come to prove by deeds that mortals have as much dignity as any god, and not to tremble at the murky cave where fantasy condemns itself to dwell in agony. Ghosts false. The whirling yellow eye in the heavens was now at high noon, and its warm heated settled in a hazy torpor of pearl mist around the scarlet-tipped mountain tops. Lucia suggested that John drink the gold outside on the deck, so he reclined on the white chaise lounge beneath the fiery horizon of rock and sky. I stood next to him, watching him. He showed no sign of fear. When she offered him the gold, he drank it down like a shot of Bushmills. I knew I would instantly experience the gold's effects, so I quickly retreated to my normal seat beneath the deck's table's ostrich-feathered shield with the terrible knowledge that I would have to face the sun monster within minutes, for we were heading due west or straight into the sun. As I positioned myself uncomfortably in the deck chair, I noticed that Lucia was now in her glass house cloning, and John was sprawled out on the lounge almost asleep. I felt a strong compulsion to look at the glaring sun. Quivering like a flame moving in the wind, I boldly stared at its bright diamond center. The sky was a cold pearl gray and illumined by strange light that cast a gazy veil over the silvery sun that whirled slowly, and then its light turned a gothic blue, a red jasper, an ivory turquoise, a gold green. And I was in a cathedral of stained glass windows, a mosaic that encircled the mountains, the Sarannan desert, Lucia's laboratory. The rainbow palette of painted light passed through the colored glass, spreading out over the sky, the earth, the ledge, the lounge where John rested within the irradiated beauty. Then a fiery form materialized in the rocks beyond the ledge, and at first I thought it was an angel, for it moved with a surreal, majestic grace that seemed to be knocking at the stained glass windows. It was either a pure psychic image or something unreal, something earthly. I wanted it curious. I watched it curiously as it lounged upward like a fiery or fierce bird of prey, splintering the glassy landscape to land on the ledge. Another sharp leap, and it thudded to the deck, pausing, panting heavily, its yellow eyes blank, drool dripping from its white, knobbed, open jaws. Frozen, I watched it slouch toward John, and then in a ravenous rush of movement, the fire cat sunk its teeth into the throat and wrenched out his jugular veins. Within seconds, the lion slashed through John's shirt to his bloody heart, which is consumed indifferently, helplessly. I could stare at the pack of Lucky Strike cigarettes that had fallen from his shirt pocket to the blood-stained decking, along with a small card that was suddenly whipped into the air by the cool breath of the north wind. I watched it flutter upward, then sail downward to float face up on the pool's azure surface. I said, "I am a Catholic in case of accident. Please call a priest." Then it sank to the bottom of the pool and disappeared in the filtering system. Disembodied and feeling a new sense of freedom, I calmly observed the lion's appetite and how its dark desire crushed John's heart with no remorse or charity. It was like the indifference of human lust, which compels a person to desire and hastily possesses someone new, someone else at the complete expense of loyalty to a loved one in an existing relationship. Lust, pride, envy, anger, sloth, greed, and gluttony were all indulgences rooted in human self-interest, a dark heart from which cruelty bloomed. Yet I harbored no hatred for the cat that killed John, for it was only hungry, having smelled the leftover steak which it was now eating rather than John's corpse. Life is full of lessons, and the cat taught me that human cruelty was grounded in the dark desire to satisfy one's appetite, and that the human and animal kingdoms had much in common. A certain calmness entered my soul, and I no longer feared the idea of becoming viral human. Just then, a door slammed, and a gunshot shattered the moment. The mountain lion leaped off John's dead body, skimming the ledge to lunge along the cliff with the steak still in its jaws. In spectral form, I hovered in an ivory blur above the scene, watching Lucia rush to John with the gun still in her hand. An immense sorrow welled up from her heart, dusting the silvered dawn in sentiment. From within the fountain of passion, a sharp crescendo of crying violins resounded into space, and I saw the melancholy music of Joaquin Rodrigo fuse with the timeless lyrics of Alfred Garcia Segar. Breaking upon the crystal light, Orion haze, flowing out of Lucia's soul, Orion haze, a morning song of the earth, a memory engraved in hope, never to be forsaken. In Orion con tu amor, enfolded with tragic love, the lyrics filtered upward like flowers, collapsing the fabric of space and time. Orion haze, a place of dreams and love, where a rumor of crystal fountains in the garden seemed to whisper to the roses, maybe this love is hidden in one sunset, in the breeze or in a flower, waiting for you, your return, in Orion haze, my love, you and I. Then I heard a staccato burst of pleasant echoes that seemed to be the glorious resoundance of laughter, and beyond me, on a towering peak, was John laughing and waving. "Hey, doppelganger," he called, "this way." Astonished, I saw people all over the mountaintops, and I drifted toward John. I noticed other spirits like me moving in mist toward the mountain people. Feeling a sense of deja vu, I could only compare the sense of Michelangelo's painting of the saved from the Christine Chapel, where immortals beings on clouds are extending their arms to ascending human forms like John. It was then I remembered that despite Faustus' pact with the devil, he was saved and regenerated at his death by angels carrying his immortal part to a higher atmospheres. Angelic voices chimed around me. Whoever strives with all his power, we are allowed to save. I didn't understand that John was dead, but living, and that I was his double, which he could see, a spirit that had been indoctrinated and stained by man, a shadow that was coming to life with Prospero's book. That brings us to an end of chapter 28 of The Road from Orion. I say peace and shalom. I'll see y'all again with chapter 29. Hopefully very soon. I'll let you later.